is it you want?
I want what they want. And every other guy who came over here and spilt his guts and gave everything he had once for our country to love us as much as we love it.
So very true, Rambo. So very true. Couldn't have said it better than myself. So, I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RAMBOMANIA. And welcome to our post-Veterans Day special. Sorry it's late. I really wanted it to be out last week. As you can see, we did things a little backwards last week due to time restraint. And in the end, I just couldn't get it out on time. So I do apologize for that. Really busy lately. I'm surprised I can even do this show anymore. But I love you, so let's go. Let's get on to our big news for the week. Big news announcements. Stephen Chang, First Blood's one and only VC commander, was scheduled to appear on the show last week, but we had to postpone. We have to postpone that episode and that great interview where he's going to come on and answer your questions for a little Q&A, fan Q&A. He had to reschedule. However, I talk to him a few times a week, every week. So I'm pretty confident he will be on to answer all of your questions shortly. I just know he has a lot of traveling coming up, and he's doing this TV judging thing right now. So it's kind of, he's kind of hit or miss right now, but he'll be on soon. So please keep sending your questions. Keep sending them to my Facebook inbox at Matt Thomas Marshaw on Facebook, or the RAMBOMANIA Forever Facebook page, or perhaps below here on the comments, in the comment sections below, and I will make sure they get answered for you personally. So please be on the lookout for that, because it's always a fun time when Steven's on. You never know what he's going to say next, and we just always have a fun time with Steven. He's just such a great friend of the show and such a great personal friend in life. However, this weekend, we're missing out on Steven. Couldn't be here for us with the anniversary special or this week, but he will be here soon. But however, this weekend, we are proud and pleased to announce that Mr. Mark Patton, Jesse from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. Yes, baby! We're going to get the let out, and I just cannot wait for this one. I've been chatting with Mark every couple of days here and there, and it's going to be such a treat to speak with him. So if you have any questions, please, please, please get them in before Friday, this upcoming Friday. Friday and beyond after that will be too late. So please act now, because I don't want to keep Mr. Patton waiting. He was so nice to donate some of his time for us, to come on and talk with us. And spoiler, we may also have some other Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge cast coming along your way very shortly as well. In the pipeline, perhaps. But we'll get to that in due time, because I would like to do a little Nightmare on Elm Street documentary of sorts. But like I was saying, I can't wait to talk to Mark about that movie and the Jimmy Dean play and the Jimmy Dean movie. I just can't wait to talk to Mark, especially to know what it was like to film Freddy's Revenge, with Robert and the different makeup techniques and all the sound special effects, and just what an iconic, underrated movie that was. And the scene in the bus in the beginning. Oh, that's amazing. Freddy working that stick shift, always, like Robert Englund always working that stick shift, just, such an amazing scene, like how they go into the dream world. Oh, it's fascinating. If you haven't seen that, definitely watch that movie. Definitely watch The Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. And the Creme de la Crop is coming back. Yes, Rambo creator David Morrell is coming back to our studio. He messaged me a few days ago. We've been in talks here and there over the last week. So he messaged me a couple of days ago to book for our show. He'll be giving us some sole exclusives on the upcoming Rambo sequel in January 2016. Well, the pre-order also in January 2016. So we're so lucky as to be getting a lot of new Rambo over the next 2 years as part of the trilogy reissue. Lots of new stuff. Lots of new stuff. So thank you, Mr. David Morrell, for the exclusives. Please see the last episodes from this that we did for a bonus exclusive and such a very important and cherished guest. Simply, if there was no David, there would be no Rambo. So, get your questions ready, please. Send them in, and we'll try to get David to answer them. Last time, I wanted to ask more questions, but we just didn't have enough time. So this time, get them in, because this time my questions are going first. So if you have, because I asked all your questions last time, so get them in so that we can get that done. First come, first served for questions. One question per person, please. All right. Next week, however, is Creed Week. Creed Week 2, I should say. I want to do something big, but I'm not sure what exactly we're going to do yet. But for sure, I can say that we will be covering Andrew LeMay's Rocky Universe spin-off Drago communist boxing movie. A lot of actors attached to this, Anton Yelchin, Macaulay Culkin, Bridget Nielsen, Dolph Lundgren, Antonio Tarver, with Stallone, and Mr. T cameos. It's near greenlight, and we got the script, and we're going to reveal everything. We're going to review the whole script, front to back, every page. It's got a great Red Scorpion type of feel to it. Imagine that. The Rocky universe is now upon us. Drago, Creed, a Mighty Mick prequel is in the works. And this week, as my theory from last year was correct, Stallone himself has announced that the Creed trilogy is coming. So it looks like Rocky Balboa is going to be around for 2 more films after this one. And stay tuned next week for the upcoming From Rocky to Creed documentary. It's coming to a TV station near you. And it's got some old archive footage from some of the old documentaries, as well as going into this new Creed movie. And if you have the El Rey network, I hope you checked out this wonderful interview Robert Rodriguez conducted with Mr. Stallone on his many career highlights on their hit show In the Director's Chair. Go check that out. That's a brilliant, such a great interview between Robert and Sly. Going back over some of the classics. I really loved how El Rey cut these mini trailers, mini clips and scenes from each movie that they talked about. It was very, very, very cool. And it was cool to see Stephen Chang's students that he was working with, that he brought on to First Blood in some of those clips. I actually watched that in the director's chair right when I was waiting for the call from Stephen to have him come on the show, but he called to postpone. And it would have been great, for you guys to hear what we were talking about when I was telling him, hey, I said, Steve, they got your students on the El Rey network in this Stallone interview. So anyway, we'll talk about that when Stephen comes on.